Got a little update on the cat Tiny, the mother um, cat that had the kittens at my work. Well, I had taken a video of having lunch with her on a Sunday. She just hanging out, had a little kibble over there a second ago. You're just hanging out now, huh, Tiny? Right, Tiny? Yeah, I kind of have my little friend here. She's even done the old tail wrap around, and I think she's got a double tuck going on down here. Right, Tiny? My little lunchtime friend. And then the next day, uh, came into work, saw her, gave her a little bit of food, and then came out for lunch when I usually see her again, and noticed she was kind of hanging around the front door at my work, and they really don't want the cats there. So wanted to try to lure her away from there. So I went over and called her, and as she always does, she comes run, gets her eyes get all perked up, and she comes running after me and follows me out to my car. Gave her a little bit of lunch there. Didn't really pet her because being a feral cat, I don't know if she's got fleas or anything else, and don't want to bring them back to our cats. And I was eating my lunch, so normally I would, have some of my gloves that we have to wear when we work on when I pet her, and she really loves that. But she chowed down all her food while I was eating, and then after she was done, she kind of looks up at me, and kind of talked to her, hey Tiny, hey Tiny, Tiny. She probably wanted to be pet, but I was eating my lunch. So, and there's Mama Skittle right there. Hey, Mama. That's the mama of these cats here. She looks up at me, and I didn't pet her, so she just kind of walks off and walks away and, out of sight. And so then that night when I came home, there were people out in the parking lot and stuff. So normally I would call her and talk to her, give her some pets, and maybe give her a little snack or something. But there were people out in the parking lot, and I didn't want to draw a lot of attention to it or her. Because she really seemed like she was getting pretty friendly, especially those of us that were taking care of her. There was about 5 of us around there that would give her food, would pet her, spend time with her. I'd have my lunch out in the parking lot with her, and take care of her. And we have all kinds of different schedules there, all the way from 4:30 in the morning all the way up till 10:30 at night. So all throughout the day, she would have one of us looking for her and giving her a little bit of attention and everything. And I think she was kind of getting used to people. I mean, you could tell she would be a great pet. She just would be really love getting pet, and would just come around and rub up against you and your leg and your shoes and stuff like that. And I think she was kind of getting used to people, and she'd always been kind of skittish with people she didn't know, but she seemed like she was starting to come pretty close and around people that she didn't too. So that was a little concerning. But that night, I didn't see her, and she didn't come around. Like I said, I didn't want to bring a lot of attention to it, so I just went home. So the next day, I start hearing and finding out that somebody took her. And just over the next few days or so, just hearing like conflicting stories of exactly what happened. That she may have been taken to some person that has a ranch up in the mountains that has land and a bunch of cats to be a barn cat. And then there's the concern about, somebody had taken a cat from there before and got it in the car fine, but then when they opened the door, it got away, ran out, and they never saw him again. It was just gone and probably eaten and dead. So there's that concern that, it might be easy to get her to get in the car, but she's been out in that parking lot her whole life. That's the only place she knows. And then to get her out of the car without a cat carrier or anything, there's a concern that she got away and probably got eaten, hit by a car or something. Just don't really know. And it was, I mean, it was like, it was pretty devastating because, I mean, to me, and I'm sure some of the other people, it was like, you know, a pet at work. Like somebody just came and took your pet away and took them somewhere else to another place where they don't know and they don't know anybody. And obviously, you hear all the stories, they're going to try to get back to the only place they ever knew. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, I was talking to one of the other guys, and 2 days after she had been taken, he had an appointment set up to take her in to get her fixed and get the milk released out of her since her kittens had been taken away, and you know, to help her to be more comfortable. And but she got taken away 2 days before that. So I'm at a point right now, it's just like I just can't stop thinking about it. Just feeling so bad. She was such a nice cat, and you could tell she would have become a really good pet, even though she was a feral cat. So at this point, I don't know. We have a few different people trying to find out exactly what happened, if we can get her back and have her taken care of. And the guy that was going to take her in for the appointment, he has a lot of cats, so he was kind of hesitant on taking in another one, but I think he was kind of hedging towards taking her in, which would be a good home because he really likes cats and is really good to them. He really does a lot for them out there. He brings water for them to have water out there and food and stuff like that. But at this point, unfortunately, I don't know, just praying for her, praying that God would protect her, and just praying that, you know, out of all this, maybe possibly even find a good home that she could be in. It's just hard not knowing. And then just all of a sudden, her being taken away to an unknown place with unknown people, well, when so many people were taking care of her where she was. So I don't know. I'll give an update on this, and if I find out more, just praying that she's okay, or that she could be rescued and be taken care of, and given what she needs to be taken care of.